Alrighty, let's get started here. You may notice this is not the art gallery, and also that Doc Calloway has lived for 3 months and 5 days. Still killed 0 zombies. Favorite weapon, scalpel. But yeah, a lot of time has passed since the previous episode. It is now July of the following year from when I last recorded. We find ourselves way out here in the radio tower, where I have set up a Hermit base, southwest of Riverside. Someone else, another group of players, set up a base at the trailers there at the trailer park. And that's why I was down here. A bunch of new players joined the server. They all spawned in Riverside. I went and set up a base. And there were a bunch of people all playing together and they needed help, so I came down with my nomad ways and set up a base here where I've been practicing skills such as cooking, farming, and trapping. Made decent progress with trapping. It's not bad at all. Farming's pretty good. I've accumulated some books here over time. But just overall enjoyed living the hermit lifestyle. I've been just out here in the woods. There's no zombies. Never see zombies. Well, sometimes, but only one. And I wanted to grind my time survived skill as well, or time survived stat as well. Doc had not lived a very long time, and doing all that work at the art gallery was really dangerous. So I kind of wanted a break from urban lifestyle, and I've always been a fan of living out in the woods like this. But I generally just don't really record it because it's pretty boring. Like, this is what I do. Run along this path every day to check my traps. Because I'm trying to trap, and I get chased by this zombie. I lead her away through the woods. I cannot get them away. I don't know who they are. I cannot get them away from here. They keep getting drawn by cars anytime they go past. But yeah, this is my life. So I thought I'd show you guys a day in the life, because today is a special day in Doc's life in the woods, living the hermit lifestyle with my nomad ambulance with everything I need to live. Because today we are leaving. I need to pack up the ambulance, and take all my stuff and move back to Louisville and get back to the zombie trap. I've been running around in the woods long enough. It's been fun. It's been a great break. I've lived a long time in safety without risking my life. And now that Doc has lived for more than 3 months, I think it is time. Also, a bunch of people in Riverside are moving to Louisville as well, because they want to see what it's like, because they spawned in Riverside. And I'm like, yeah, I live in Louisville, let's go. They're gonna shit themselves when they see the golf club. That thing is like a work of art as far as loot stashes go. Vertebrae and Marmalade and Ginger always do such great jobs of collecting and organizing loot. But this path, I've put posts on this path. This is my trapping path that leads to my traps. So I'm running out here like I do every day. I'm pretty sure I'm trapping for birds, so I can trap during the day. I try to trap for rabbits at night too. But I run along this path and the posts can guide me, even in the dark, because you trap rabbits in the dark. And it is far enough away that we'll actually catch things. So let's go see if we caught anything. Because I'm trying to level trapping. I've also gotten a lot of sprinting XP from doing this run so many times. We do have something. It's a rabbit. Let's get the knife out. Hey, it's a squirrel. Oh yeah, I was trapping for squirrels. Right. So I remove the trap, put it down so it doesn't get broken by zombies. I only put the traps out when I'm actively trying to get meat. Otherwise, they just sit there as items. It works rather well. If had meat for days, it'll get you fat. We're up to level 5, where there is a steep XP cliff. So I'm going to have to trap a lot of animals to keep leveling it up. Nah, I don't really feel like doing that. I've caught too many already. I'll never eat them all. Even when I give it away to all the visitors, I've been living here at the radio tower like a remote quest giver. Like, I have my trade goods in my ambulance. So people will come here and trade with me for the things I need, like canned food. I don't need canned food, but it's nice to not have to do stuff. In exchange for, like, a rifle scope or a choke tube for a shotgun or a spiffo. Or a fluffy foot bunny that I forage. Because I also forage while I'm here. And I just get all the food I could possibly want. I also found out you can forage in winter. You get food. Berries. You have like winter berries now in 41.73, which is our version now. It's quite nice. This fire truck here is One Nut Struts. I think they're going to abandon it. I don't know whose corpse this is. Maybe a past Hadley. I don't know. We're gonna have to bury them. For one thing, before we leave. I can't just leave them laying there undignified like. But yeah, I've got water barrels hooked up to the sink up above. Because I can build stairs. You can see them right there. And so I can wash up. Keep myself clean. Don't have to be a filthy, dirty bum all the time. Just actually stay clean like a doctor should. I also tried exercising a little bit while I was here, but that's really slow and boring, and I'm not going to keep doing it. I do have a hole. Yeah, let's fix that. I have the materials to do it right at hand because it's also doctor's materials. And we'll put those back. Lighter. Oh, cleaning fluid. I should put that away. But yeah, the goal here is I gotta get packed up so we can leave. We can't do that if we're all filthy and covered in dirt, so. Also can't do that with a dead body laying out there. These berries are rotten. There was a generator here. I didn't run it. One Nut ran it. Until it ran out of gas, but I don't care enough to keep the generator running. I've been living the hermit lifestyle. I forage and trap for my food every day as I need it. No need for electricity. I have a wood grill out here in my kitchen. Yeah, let's throw away all this food or put it in the composter so it'll be something useful when we come back. That being fertilizer. It's gonna be a while before we come back here. Maybe the next year, like the next summer. I'll spend the whole winter in Louisville. But let's take care of this dead player out here. They will never decompose or despawn, so we gotta bury him. Where should we put graves that would be aesthetic? This iron bar shall be their headstone. I sure as hell ain't moving it. Alright, come here, unnamed person. It's a shame you had to die. And that Doc wasn't here to save you. Although you probably got bit. And then there's no saving you. Well, there will be eventually, but, you know. It's gonna be a while before we find more doctors and are able to cure zombies. R.I.P. Dead survivor. So I guess they're not really a survivor anymore. They're a dire survivor. Alright. What else we got? We should pack up the kitchen. This is the kitchen. It's rather nice, if I do say so myself. Got a bunch of fish bait here that I've foraged. This is my cooking gear bag, so let's make sure I have everything here. No, I'm missing the cooking pot, which is sitting right there. What else? There's a bunch of dry goods in here that people have donated and have traded for. What am I missing? We got medical supplies, tools, trade goods, sweatband. I think we got everything in here. I'm gonna need that later to fix the trunk of the ambulance. But I think it's in good enough condition now that we can pack it up. Try to stay within that weight limit. Anything here I want to take with me? This is my random crafting goods. Mostly trapping supplies, actually. Just twine and whatnot. Fishing supplies. So I brought those with me, so I'll take them back. Books, I don't carry books with me. I make libraries wherever I go, such as this one. Hopefully it'll be of use for someone. Like, if you came to live here and you wanted to learn those skills, that book stash would come in very handy. Because this is the perfect place to practice them. Foraging and trapping. At least, and cooking, for sure. But you can practice cooking all the time, if you just don't live like a savage and eat out of cans directly. Cook your food. Have some dignity in the apocalypse. Things the apocalypse does to people. I should probably go foraging right now for breakfast. I got that squirrel that I got earlier. I need something else to go with the squirrel, though. So let's go pick up something off the ground and throw it in the fire. Or maybe we'll make a berry salad. Dandelions. Holy shit, 13 hunger dandelions. Well, maybe we don't have to do anything. I could just eat dandelions off the ground instead of opening a tin like a savage. Man, high-level foraging is great for that. So you just pull like 13 hunger dandelions out of thin air. So Doc has never gone hungry. He's always had plenty to eat. He's had more than he can eat. Ooh, a leek. We can make a stew. Yeah. A leek stew. Leek and squirrel. It's a perfect hermit stew. Let's do it. Well, that was fast. Didn't take any time at all. Barely got down the driveway. We got something to go with the rabbit. Got this pot of water there. That potato is fresh, so let's pull that out of the compost pile. And put it into our stew. So we gotta boil the water first, that's fine. We've got everything you need for a fire here. I always carry a lighter. This is how you live the hermit lifestyle. You just light a fire every time. True, you do eventually have to go looking for lighters and matches. But lighters and matches are abundant. You find them in great quantities. So they should be able to last you for a long time. The wood axe needs to... Maybe I don't need to bring the wood axe. You know. The tool bag is full. I do kind of want to bring the wood axe, though, because I might need to chop down things to expand the zombie trap with. Or to make a base with, if I'm going to make like a storage wall or a library or things like that. Alright, let's make ourselves some stew. Oh, yeah. Some squirrel. That we caught this morning. A leek, and now the potato. We can put the potato in twice, I believe. Now we'll just eat that right now. We don't want to waste it for 5 hunger. You can get like 12 hunger. This is why I used the menu there, to see what the values are, instead of going to the crafting menu. So I'm putting 11 hunger in there. So yeah, 88 hunger. Not bad at all, if I do say so. And a leftover leek. And these dandelions. For later. Oh no, they're fresh, so they'll go bad eventually. I have to throw them out. That's fine. You can find like rose hips and stuff that are non-perishable. which is nice. You know, I should write some stuff in my journal. I've been filling out what my travels are so far in Doc's journal. It is... I need to actually move this to another page. Yeah, so we got to go to... Where did I leave off? Let's see. Okay. So I did record some of my travels here in Riverside. Not going to read all of it. Let's start right in here. I found all the books I needed and lived the hermit life. Hermit life? At the remote radio tower near Riverside until July 1997. It is now 1997. Packing up camp. And I'm leaving to return to Louisville soon. I need to try and save people with my art museum containment. Yeah. Gotta try to save people as Doc. That's always important. It's in his character. He can't just live out here as a hermit. He's got to try to make a difference as a doctor in people's lives. Let's check our soup here. It's almost done. It's starting out with 86 hunger, which is a whopper. Let's see what it gets to when it's done. And that is why cooking is good. You just throw shit in a pot and you get like double the hunger. Well, maybe not double, but you know, 20% more. 111 hunger soup. Or stew, excuse me. Alright, I'll put out the fire. We have enough food to eat for days now. So we'll split it in half. Eat half today, half tomorrow. 55 hunger bowl. Not bad, not bad. And now we can put the cooking pot away because it's not full of water. Boom. It's all part of my master plan. Do I have everything? Maybe a kitchen knife. Otherwise, I think I've got everything I need. Put the bowl in there. I don't need this extra bowl. I had 3. Always keep extra bowls around because people steal your bowls in multiplayer. Not on purpose. You give them food and they keep the bowl. That is fish bait. I got more fish bait in here that I've foraged recently. Next time I want to go fishing, that stuff doesn't go bad, so you just do that whenever. Got a bunch of those rose hips I was talking about. But fishing stuff is food gear, I believe. In my filing system it is. Don't need the dry goods. Plenty of that where we're going. This is a nice food stash left behind for anyone who comes back. You know? Maybe I'll take some of the beans, because I don't actually have any food that I'm bringing with me. Other than the soup. And the soup will go bad. So let's keep that. Pack it into the ambulance. These rose hips, as many as we can carry, which is none. Okay. Oh no, which is a lot. Okay. So I think we are set for food for the journey back to Louisville. So let's pick up the cooking stuff. This is what I like about living the nomad life, is I can just pack everything back into the ambulance and leave. And I just leave a bunch of things behind that I don't really need. And I can just come back to this location if I want to use them. But the nomad life is the life for me. After season 1, running the base at the Sunstar, keeping the generator going all the time, it was fun. It got old though. So now I'm living as a true nomad. Let's pick out the good rose hips here, and we'll leave a bunch behind. Alright, what else can I drop in the ambulance here? Lucky Spiffos with me always. Gotta keep your Spiffo with you. Put the flashlight away. Flashlight is essential in multiplayer. If you don't have sleep, or you can't sleep because there's multiple people on. Oh yeah, I have a wooden spear that I picked up. Apparently wooden spears are special to fishing in some way. I don't know. Next time I want to fish, I'll use it. But I can carry it around in my back slot. It looks nice. It's a good aesthetic for a hermit living in the middle of the woods, having a stick strapped to his back. Don't need the bad water, but I'm gonna bring this bucket with me. This is one of my ambulance buckets. We'll fill it with good water. I think I had another bucket around here somewhere. Not sure. Let's fill everything up here. To bring with us, make sure I got enough to drink, because Doc is a very thirsty boy. He has high thirst, he drinks a lot of water, so I gotta bring a lot with me wherever I go. Thankfully, water is not hard to replenish. What is this generator like, anyway? Oh, I just turned it off, it didn't break. So that's good. Maybe I should take the grill with me? I don't know. Kinda should leave it here, but you can also make a campfire kit really easily. If you have a saw. The grill just looks nicer, and you can't light yourself on fire on accident. That's the main benefit. You don't have to worry about lighting yourself on fire. You've all done it, you know it. You've lit yourself on fire and died once. Once. We've all done it once. Let's name this bag fish bait, because that's what it is. We'll bring that along, because that doesn't weigh very much and can get me a lot of food. We're out of room. Okay. Now might be the time to fix. Because this stuff I do want to bring, and it doesn't weigh that much. So I I guess I could leave the suit behind. I do like to, be able to dress up on occasion, though. If Doc ever has to go to a wedding, I don't know. You should be able to dress up. Although I don't have extra shoes, so you'd just be wearing these red shoes, but that would be appropriate. Maybe we leave it here. I think that was the suit he originally wore before he got his doctor clothes. So maybe we leave it here for safekeeping. Batteries. Yeah, could use a few. Could never have enough batteries. Radios and flashlights. Both things that you never use unless you're on multiplayer. But then batteries are very valuable. So I can trade them too. Or just give them to people to be a nice guy. We got Herbert the squirrel here. Leave them there as our mascot. Speaking of squirrel, I may as well just bring it with me. It'll go rotten eventually, but that's fine. And let's make sure all of my medical supplies are in order. I've been carrying this around with me all the time. Is it actually the way it should be? It is, and we can add some comfrey poultice to it. Which is great. I can heal broken legs even faster. And I already healed them quite fast, as you can see in the tile. Documented proof of Doc's doctoring abilities. Say that 3 times fast. We should probably go rob One Nut before we leave. See if he's got anything worth taking. Just a katana and a gas can. And a sledgehammer. I might take the sledgehammer. I think I'm going to need it. If I'm going to build a base. Look at all the nails. Maybe I'll take a nail or 2. Because I'm thinking about making a base at the art museum now that the zombie trap is there. I've proven it works. It does work rather well. It keeps an area clear. And it's a non-violent solution to Louisville. So I can just live there full time. And I intend to. One of these rifles is tricked out. Got all the metalworking books. Seems he intended to work on metalworking. I don't need the last one, do I? Nope, read it. I too was working on metalworking. And just some guns. Don't need those. This was my going to town car. I didn't drive everywhere in the ambulance. The ambulance is my base. I just move it. This was my shaggin' wagon. So let's take the note out of here. Because I'm leaving this behind. Anyone can use it. I don't care. So take this car if you want. Wrench, leave it there. I got one in the tool bag. Metalworking supplies. I was working on metalworking. Maybe I'll store these away where they're supposed to go, instead of leaving them on the seat. If I'm giving this car away, I think I got more in the trunk. Going around dismantling car wrecks. In the back roads. Doing God's work. Clearing the roadblocks. You get a lot of metal parts from that. Just need propane. Which people always loot and they always have in abundance and are always willing to trade for. Oh, Hadley's on. So I store just random crap in here, so you could just throw the metal working supplies in here, right? It's also like an impromptu tool / armory. Basically stuff for people who are starting out and need tools. They can just ransack it, take what they want. I could lose some weight out of the ambulance by getting rid of these metal sheets for sure. Now is the time for fixing, though. We'll use those metal sheets to fix. We'll get a little bit more capacity in the ambulance. Yeah, could definitely use some. Oh, I need the welder mask to make this a full metal sheet. I should use a full metal sheet, because it'll be better. It'll be better, I swear. How do I do it again? Is it actually better? I don't know. Here, let's do the text chat. Getting ready to leave. I'm gonna bring Hadley with. So they have not seen Louisville yet. And they want to. So I'll bring them up there because I am an expert driver. I also run Axis Taxi Service. I just happen to be running the taxi service with my mobile base because I'm moving. Living the true hippie nomad lifestyle. Doc with his hippie van. Because this doc is supposed to be based after the guy from not World War Z, Z Nation. But the guy in Z Nation Kills Zombies is not entirely accurate. That character is just, inspired by. But Doc is an easygoing guy, so I'm getting to that. I think I'm just about ready to go. I think I got everything I need. Let's do one last check of... Is there anything here I want to take with me? I am going to bring my suit. I made enough room for it. I can't give it up. What if Doc needs to dress up one day, guys? What if Doc needs to dress up one day? I need to have clothes for that situation. Oh, I'm nuts. Nuts, man. Yeah, I love it. It's fun. Alright, we are well stocked. I'm not going to record the journey, but this was a taste of the hermit lifestyle that I've been living for the last 2 months almost of Doc's life. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Leave proof of our being here behind. And I'm moving back to Louisville. We'll continue. I think I'm going to make a base at the art museum now that I've proven I can keep it clear. So we'll write on the Marmalade was here. Well, let's just rename Marmalade was here. His axe was here. too. Yep, axe was here. Perfect. Alright, well, that's a good place to end, I think. This is very peaceful and joyful, but it's time to get back to civilization. So I'll catch you guys for that next time in another episode of the World War Z multiplayer series, starring Doc Calloway until he dies.